Mic check, mic check. Welcome back, good people. I'm your host, Coach Evans, aka First Take Drake, because I lost my ability to edit. So most of these draft videos gonna be live, or if I upload it, it's gonna be whatever mistakes I make, you're gonna see them, because that is what it is now. But let's get into it. We're doing DeMarvin Leal today, defensive lineman from Texas A&M. If I can remember this correctly, his measurements 6'4", 290, out of San Antonio. Watching these two games, Kent State and Alabama, played. Started off in the 5 and stayed in the 5 a lot versus Kent State, but when versus Alabama, he played some 1, some 3, and some 5. And I'll talk about my overall assessment after we go through the tape. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays versus Kent State, 3 plays versus Bama. Let's get into it. All right. So let me get my timestamps, and we'll be ready to roll. All right, here we go. Number 8. Our guy's number 8. He's right here playing 5 technique versus Kent State. Let's watch it, then talk about it. Good job of controlling the point on this left tackle. And he really has the B gap, because you see the blitzer coming in and has the C gap. So he's trying to get inside that B gap. The tackle does a decent job of not letting him get all the way in that B gap. So what he decides to do is pressing. And he does a good job. Look at the arm extension. Not talking to you, Siri. Look at the arm extension. Got those arms extended, and now he can just control the tackle. He sees the ball inside, get rid of the tackle, get inside and help on the run. It's a good job of. I want to see if this shows him extending, and with the point where he really starts control the tackle. Back it up a little bit further. Hands in the right spot. Look at the hands. The same place I be talking about, tackles need to get, offensive linemen need to get their hands. Defensive linemen can do the same thing. Whoever wins and gets to this sweet spot first, you know they're going to win the rep. Now he got him, he can do what he wants with him now. Because the offensive lineman has really no grip on him, because he got him in the extended already. That hand is on the elbow, so to speak. He can't do nothing with that. Now he just get rid of him when he see the ball. It's a good play by 8. Let's go to the next one. All right, again, right here in the 5, probably a little wider, maybe a 7 right here. Playing the inside zone, which you got to do. Now, he definitely has C gap this time, because look at his arc, his kind of arc release. His arc release on that. So he's a C gap player this time. So the quarterback's actually reading him. You see it right here, looking at him. Now, because he arcs first, he can kind of afford to turn his shoulders and come down the line. You'd really want him to. Let me back it up. You really want him to stay square. Stay square and shuffle down with this tackle. That's what I would think. Because I think he's trying to get to A, 45 is trying to get B, and he obviously has C. But you really want him to keep his shoulders like this, and then just shuffle down the line in this direction. But he takes this arc release, then he gonna turn his shoulders and chase that. Because he took that arc release, he can kind of afford to turn his shoulders and sell out to it. He does a good job of attacking the mesh point. Instead of, what I do like about it, alright, instead of just hauling butt, coming straight down this line, trying to beat him to the punch, he attacks the mesh point, and that causes confusion with the quarterback. The quarterback don't know whether to pull it or give it. And because 92 wins his block, you really don't matter what you do, because 92 can take him if he gives it, and then if he pull it, 8 got him right there ready for him. Because you got to be able to play the inside zone in NFL now. You got to. That has made its way all the way up to the NFL. You got to be able to play it, because even the pocket passers will run the inside zone on you from time to time. What up, Kai? What up, Najee? Let's go to the next one. Let's see where we at. All right. All right, here we go. So I got still in the same position. Slid back down. So I'm gonna say this is the 5 right here. Again, they got that scrape exchange going. But not necessarily scrape exchange. He's going to loop. He has that gap. He's trying to get inside the tackle of that gap. Cooper's going to come around. I think that's Cooper, number 45, and get that gap. That's the game they're playing right now. He does a good job of the little shuffle steps on it. It's not really a slide step. It's really just slanting hard to that gap. The crossover, probably could have done without the crossover, but the crossover does create hesitation with this dude. Crossover creates hesitation with the tackle, even though I don't think his technique sound. And then it still allows him to get close to that gap. So now they really got a 2-on-1. 71 has to deal with 8 and 45 because they sold out on this double team in here. Oh, and I didn't even see this guy coming off the edge. Look what he does to the tackle. He takes that guy and puts him pretty much 4 yards back into the lap. He takes the tackle to the mesh point. Watch this. And still has the wherewithal to get in on the tackle. So when you have SEC teams or guys that coming out the draft from the SEC and they play against lower level competition, this is what you want to see happen virtually every play. Every play. And I tell you, this was happening early because I give you the timestamps for these plays. First play was 45 seconds. Second play was 1:11. This play is 2:15. So these like the first 3 plays, or at least in the first series, he's dominating these cats. And you need that if you're an SEC guy that's draft eligible or supposed to be behind the draft and you play lower competition. No offense to Kent State. All right, let's go a little further in the game. 12-13. All right, here's our guy. I think this him walking right. This him walking right here. It's gonna line up. Stand up guy. Now, this is where his game falls off to me. Pass rush. This is where his game falls off to me. This is the same cat he been dominating early in the game. The first 3 plays versus the run. Same cat. There's no domination there. Like, I don't see a move. I don't see any, like, there's no real move there. A good job of grabbing the wrist, but he's just holding it. He ain't doing nothing with it fast enough. He's just holding it. Once you get that wrist, you got to get rid of it. He has this wrist a good whole 2 seconds. Got the wrist now. Doing nothing with it. Not just decides to get rid of it. You know they got an interception, but still, his pass rush is leaving me about him overall. Let's go to the next one. But that was not a good pass rush rep. 12-48, which is the very next play. Very next play. So again, versus 71 again. This is the 2 guys. This is our guy. This is the same guy he kind of been going against the whole game. Like, what is that? What kind of move was that? What is that? That's just a jump. He does nothing with the arms. He skip to my loop? He's just out here trying stuff. Again, pass rush. Which leads me to think, well, I'll leave that to the end. I'll leave my analysis of my 2 cents to the end. I don't want to say analysis. I'm not a professional. I'll leave my 2 cents to the end. Let's go to the next one. 16-12. I'm too far. All right. Here we go right here. Now on the other side. on the other side over here versus the right tackle now. Now, before I play this, this is his best move, his best pass rush move in the two full games I could watch with the all 22. This play right here is the best pass rush move out of all three, even though he had a sack this game. And this might be the sack. I don't remember. This might be the sack, but this is the best pass rush move in both of them games. And whether he got the second, I don't remember. But this is by far his best move. Let's watch it live first. Full speed, I mean. Quick. He didn't get the sack on that. But it was quick. It was decisive. Wasn't a lot of thinking. That was by far. Got the field like he's trying to speed rush on the edge. Got that right hand, that right arm on the tackle's shoulder, and throws him right by with the arm over. You know, the only reason he didn't get more pressure because they had three guys coming to that side off that stunt from 92. That was by far his best pass rush move in 2 games. It was quick. It was decisive. So he has it in him to do it. He just doesn't show it all the time. And that you know, again, I said it 3 times already. That was by far his best pass rush move in both tapes. All right, one more for this game. 2008. 2008. Let's see what y'all talking about. But y'all ain't talking about what y'all talking about. Y'all ain't talking to me. All right, 20 is 28. All right, let's go. On the left side again. Good job of playing the inside zone. Good, and he don't arc like I talked about the last time, but he takes like a funny, a roundabout way to get to him. Like I was saying, most guys would when that tackle steps down, they try to get in his hip and just slide down with him. And when they see the ball handed off, they'll fall in and make the tackle, or they see the quarterback keep it, they'll just come up field and make the tackle there. He kind of takes this path to it. I don't know if he was coached like that or what. So I don't want to say that's like a bad thing, because if he was coached like that, he needs to do what the coach say. So initially I would have broken down thinking I'm finna take on this guy. I would have broken down for that, to brace myself for impact, or to just blow him the you know what up. That's what I would have been thinking initially. But then he goes passing. He does a good job of slowing down. He did a great job of slowing down to read it. And even though his shoulders are square because he took that loop around, the quarterback really don't have an option. Because yes, his shoulders are parallel, and normally that's a give, but he has so much space between them. If he keeps it, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. His shoulders are parallel to the runner, and normally that's a pull read. But because he's so far away from him, if he pull it, the Leo's going to be right there to make the tackle. So I guess that little loop that they do, that they're doing, is probably coached, and it helps because that's perfect position to either fall in and make that tackle late, or if the quarterback pulls it, to get something on him. At least make the quarterback bubble around you, and then number 9 can come running down. And see, whether the quarterback pulled it or give it, he's right there to be a part of the play. And he slows him down. He gets the whole tackle. He gets the tackle. That's a great play by him. Let's go to the Bama game. Let's look at the 3 players in the Bama game. Let me get to my first one, then I bring you back. All right, here we go. Here's a guy right here. Now, he's at the 1 technique. Right there in the 1. You saw him primarily as a 5 on both sides versus Kent State. Now you see him in the 1 technique right here. Again, the pass rush is like there's no real moves there. There's he comes straight with the ball. He tries to get rid of him. The tackle got good position. Like he spins, still there. No arm over, there's no real move there. And granted, I know it's a better caliber of lineman than Kent State, but still, he wasn't really doing anything to get off the guy at Kent State either, other than that one move. So again, pass rush, Let's go to the next one. This must see not now. Take this into consideration. That move right there, he was at the one, had a one-on-one pass rush rep with the guard, and I think he was non-existent. Let's go to the very next play. The very next play. This is him right here on the other side. But this is versus the run. Watch how much different it looked. Look, like a different player. It's like a totally different player against the run. Got them hands in the right spot on, pressing right below them shoulders with them thumbs up. Pushes the guy out the way, swims him. Now he in the backfield. Now, what I'm about to say right here, this is what should happen on this play offensively. He has him. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. That guy, these two right here engaged. He should be coming for 32, and he's still working there. But because he wins this rep right here, 71 got to disengage to go there. Now 32 should have free reign. That's how defensive linemen help linebackers. And I know that ain't the key of this film, but winning individual blocks and making two linemen account for you is how defensive linemen help linebackers. That's how Goose helped Ray. That's how Nada helped Ray. That's how any great linebacker probably had a guy in front of him that could occupy two blocks. And he didn't make the play, but he made the play. And that's what you can ask out of a guy from this is 3 technique. He's in the 3 right now. That's all. He didn't make the play, but he made the play. Press, swim, backfield. That's simple. The explosion on him versus run play, or when comparison to run plays versus pass plays, is day and night. You got one more play. We're going to end on this one. Again, versus the run. Watch this versus the run. He's right here in the 1. Right there in the 1 technique. Watch this. You get out the way. You get out the way. Come here, boy. Versus the run is a totally different guy. Totally different guy. Watch this. 70 try to block me. Nope. Swim you. 55 pulling, try to kick out a little bit. I'm going to step and fake you out. Nah, the running back's all mine. Totally different guy versus the run versus the pass. Totally different guy. Totally. So that lets me, and it's on my paper. You probably can't see it, but I'm going to read it for you. Pass rush. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Versus the run, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. So, in my 2 cents, my what they said off life, my meteorology assessment, he's a 2 down guy. First and second down, he could be a stud for you playing 3 or 1. I think his best position is 3 versus the run. Third down, I don't see it. Not right now, unless he has more plays like the one I showed you from Kent State. But third down, you don't have to get him off the field. You got to get him off the field because he's just really going to be a stalemate with whoever he goes against him on the NFL level, unless he gets better at his pass rush moves. And not saying he can't. I'm just saying that based off these 2 games, he looks like a 2 down guy. First and second down, 3 or 1 technique to me. I don't think he's a 5. I think his perfect position to put him in is a 3 technique on first and second downs and a 4-3. Maybe a defensive end in a 3-4. Maybe. But I think perfectly 3 technique, in a 4-3 defense. So that's my set. And he had 8.5 sacks this year, so he can get sacks. Just he had one versus the Kent State that I didn't show. Then I don't think he didn't have any versus Bama, but Bama kind of neutralized him a little bit, except for spot plays here and there. So I don't think he's a first rounder. I really don't. I don't think he's a first rounder. I think he's a guy that can go help a team that needs help versus with their run defense. I think he down the line he making help in the pass rush, but right now I think he's a first and second down 3 technique for a 4-3 team or a defensive end and a 3-4 team that has a really good outside linebacker that's going to stand up next to him. Even though you saw him stand up versus Kent State, I think that was, that's not going to be a part of his NFL career. But you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. It's a good Friday night. I'm going to let you get to your evening. What's up, Big Unc? Raxon, if I said that right, my bad. Thomas, Bob, maybe better fit as a. I don't think he's a 4-3 defensive end. He could be, but he got them tree trunks for thighs, so I think he'd be better fit inside. Definitely has raw but natural. He does have athleticism. He do has that. Nick chewed Bama on that last play. Yeah, Bama lost this game. Coach, would you consider Jordan Davis a 2-down guy? Definitely, Bob. Definitely. You look up 2-down guy in dictionary, Jordan Davis picture gonna be right there saying. How tall is he? 6'4". I think that's what I read before let me make sure. I can look right now. I got it right here. He is 6'4", 290 from San Antonio, Texas. That's about it, man. Hey man, appreciate y'all. If you agree or disagree with my commentary about DeMarvin Leal, put it in the chat box. Well, the comment box now, because the chat box is about to close because I'm about to be out. Peace, y'all.